Nikki Young here, and it has been a hot minute, y'all. So I'm back. I took a little mini vacation from videos because I had to go and do tons of stuff because school started back up again. Hoo-hoo, hee-hee, I hate it. Finals are coming up, so I wanted to make a video just in case I wasn't able to make one during the duration of this week. So I decided, you know what, let's do one on Sunday. And I'm thinking, let's get ready with me video because, you know, I have a lot of makeup that I need to put on. I have a lot of face stuff that I need to get done. And my hair needs to get done. And I am just looking like a mess. So this whole little video is basically going to be a get ready with me video. I think I'll make like a name for it, like the entire look when I'm done, and put that on the link. But until then, I say let's hop into it. Let's start with my face. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my hair back. Okay, so my hair is back. She's a little crazy, but whatever. I'm going to start by priming my face. Of course, I already have my prescription on my face right here and right under my eyes and a little bit on my neck just because I've been getting really dry patches. But I'm going to go ahead and prime with this Dove Intense Cream that I just got. Ooh, the brightness has come. Here we go. I'm going to compare this a lot to the Nivea cream because she is like super thick and like got that super coverage. Like she is moisturizing. So as far as face, we are going in today. I have to go out today, and I'm not trying to look like this. So we're just gonna go in. I have 3 of my big products right here. I have my NYX HD Studio Concealer, which is the green one. I have my LA Girl Pro Concealer, which is in light. And then I also have my new KatVonD foundation. Let me just say, it took me like 4 weeks to get this. Apparently everyone has the same color as me because this color was out so many times. And then I went to like, I don't know guys, it's just like first they said that I couldn't buy it at the Search and Sephora that I went to because I only had a JCPenney's card. Like, it's a Sephora card, but apparently the certain one that I got, you can only use at Sephora's that are inside of a JCPenney's, which is stupid. Is okay, like, okay, whatever. Sephora, not coming for you, but I think you should fix that. And on top of that, every single time I went in, first, the lines, y'all, were super long. Like, oh my god. Why? Like, super long. Like, I had all my products ready to go. I even got, like, my freaking foundation matched, and then the line was super long. And so then I went back the week after that. And they said, oh, well, you know, you have to go to the one at JCPenney's. I was like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. I'll just go to JCPenney's. And then JCPenney's was like, oh, well, we don't have your color and we don't have it in stock because we're just getting all this new shipment. And I was like, okay, whatever. So then I went back and they were like, yeah, no, we still don't have it. And then I went back for like my 4th attempt to get this foundation. And they were finally like, oh, you know what? This is our very last one. And I was like, okay. So while I'm blending this in, let me just give you my thoughts on this foundation because this is my first extremely high-end, well, not extremely high-end, but, you know, high-end foundation that I've actually bought myself. So, honey, the full coverage is there. Now, I will say, she does not do the whole, like, dry down thing. Like, she stays a little tacky. She stays a little sticky. But I'm personally okay with that because my skin is very prone to getting, I guess you would say, really dry. So I'm okay with the dewiness. In fact, I like it because I can kind of blend in a little here and there. But at the same time, it does tend to move. So, I mean, I love it. I love it, but is it my favorite foundation in the world? I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure yet. I don't think I've had enough foundation experience to say, but I will say she does tend to move a little bit, and she also tends to get a little like too dewy and a little too sticky. At the same time though, I can't really complain because like the redness is gone. Now, speaking of foundations, I know I'm not the person to typically talk about this stuff, but I would like to get a little bit into the Tarte situation right now. And I know everyone's talking about it. I know everyone's already had their diss track. See, my entire thing is, I feel like, when you're a smaller indie brand, I feel like you can get away with that stuff. But when you are a really big company, you're being like freaking sold in Sephora and crap like that. Uh, if you're one of the companies that is getting like made knockoffs of in freaking the Santee Alley, you are a big enough company to know better and to do better. And I feel like as a big company, you have the responsibility to do better. And it's like, I totally understand people, they do make mistakes and they do rush things, but I'm just so surprised that such a big company, no one really stopped to say, I think this is a bad idea. Maybe someone did stop to say, hey, I think this is a bad idea, but obviously it did not go through. It did not register. And you would just think that in such a big company, someone would say, no, you really can't let this line out. I understand that you wanted to get the line out. I understand you need to make that money. Like, I totally get it. But is it really worth losing this many customers over it? Like, is it worth not only losing customers, but is it worth having all this controversy over you now? And it really sucks because they are a good company. I do genuinely like their products. I freaking love going into Sephora and just being like, oh my god, I really want to get this Tarte highlighter. Oh my god, I really want to get this. Like, oh, I really like. I've swatched every single one of the products. I want them all. And now I just kind of feel like, well, I'd rather go to a brand that is more inclusive. And I don't think that they were trying to be exclusive. I don't think it was one of those things where they're trying to be like, I only like white people kind of brands. I really don't think that's the case. But the way it came off made you look like douchebags. It made you look like that. It made you look like you were not an open brand. And that I know that you are an open brand. Obviously, you have like models and everything of all different skin types. But let me put it this way: when it's hard enough for me to find my shade in your foundation, and I am as white as the freaking, I don't know, I am whiter than like carpenter's paint. Like, I'm white. I'm so white. And if it's hard for me to find my good skin tone, if it's hard for JP Star to find his own skin tone, what were you thinking? What are you thinking? I'm really trying not to diss Tarte. I understand. Big people make mistakes. I totally get it. But I just feel like, and even the way they handled it was just, you can't make up excuses for what you did. You can't just say, oh yeah, we were super, super, super excited to get these out and we just wanted to launch them as soon as possible. Like, okay, like, I get it. You wanted to make that money. But take into consideration, like, how horrible some of these people must feel because their favorite brand just came out with their freaking foundation and they don't even have anything near their skin tone. I think that's ridiculous, and in all honesty, I believe that they just, I don't know. I don't know how they could make it better, but at the same time, I think there are steps that they could work on to make sure that the public knows just how sorry they are. I don't think a little, like, post on their Insta story or anything like that is gonna do it. Like, it's obviously not gonna do it. You are a big brand. You need to do more than that when you mess up. You need to come out, like, way more publicly, You need to actually, uh, you need to do more, I don't know how else to say it. You need to do more. people look up to you. Smaller brands look up to you. And if a smaller brand looks up to you and they see you do that, well, what does that say about the people they look up to? So, I don't know, yeah. Those are my thoughts on the entire Tarte situation. If you want to leave a comment down below on what you think would be a good solution for Tarte or what you think that they should do, I think you should. You know? Like, let me know. Like, what do you think Tarte should do? What might fix this entire situation? Can it be fixed? Like, is this one of those things where you're not really going to come back from this as a brand? You know, let me know. And I know, like, some of you might get a little mad because it is a controversial topic and it is something that I don't normally talk about, but I don't know. I feel like I kind of had to say it because, you know, I don't want to be that, like, really fake, beauty person or whatever, that's like, oh yeah, I just love every brand, and it's like, really, I'm just really wanting to get those promos out already, and I'm like, I don't, like, promos are great. I really do want to get promoted and sponsored one day, but if that means that I have to shut my mouth up, I can promo myself. You know, like, I would rather have my open mind. I would rather you guys know what I'm all about than be silent, especially in times where it's like, you know, it's really big to not have an inclusive brand, especially in this little time period, at least, like, from where I'm coming from. Like, my school is filled with freaking Nazi sympathizers and fascists and people that believe that are like, oh yeah, you know, and I'm gonna get political, Trump is doing a great job. Stop, you know? And it's like, I feel like in a time like this, to come out and not be inclusive of your brand it's like, I know it wasn't trying to be a political statement, but for so many people, it was almost like a political statement. It's like, no, you need to just stop right there, take a minute back into the 1800s and say, we're not from here. We need to really up our game, you know? And I'm sorry, this did get a little political, but that's just what's on my mind right now, you know? And I'm really tired of having to think this and not being able to say it on my channel, because my channel, in the very end, is my channel. My opinions are my opinions, and I don't really care if you agree with me. I have friends who are like, you know, all for this person, all for that person, all pro this, all pro that. In the end of the day, they're my opinions, and I don't really care what your opinions are. Let me have mine, and I'll let you have yours. And I actually really like listening to other people's opinions and understanding, like, why they have those opinions. But when it comes to something like this, when it comes to things like fascism, when it comes to things like, you know, excluding other people due to race, gender, orientation, I don't, like, that's where the line is drawn, you know? I don't care if you're like, oh yeah, I'm really into communism. I don't really care if you're like, oh yeah, you know, I'm pretty conservative. I don't care what you are. All I care about is that you have morals and that you are a kind, concerned person. And that's all I really care about. And when it comes at a time like this, when, you know, there are so many people who are giving up their morals and are not being kind, respectful people, at a time like this, to launch a line that is very exclusive, I just find like it's not gonna go with me. It's not gonna roll. Like, we can't roll like this no more. This is 2018. So anyways, continuing, I'm still trying to fix the lighting, but you know, we're trying our best. We're doing our best. This is the best that I can get right now. So my computer camera isn't doing it again, so we're just gonna film from the phone once again. But whatever. I already finished like a lot of my eye makeup, so I'm just going in and cleaning this up because she got a little messy and I don't really like it very much. Okay, let me just find. So I got this new Profusion palette for the Studio Highlighter. I don't really know how I feel about it. The shades are, let me just show you. They're a little Well, I guess you can't really see them patchy. They're just a little patchy for me, but they do make a good eye highlight. So I think I'm gonna go in with this like ultra bright one and just like, I think I just want to go in and warm up a little bit. Let me find my contour brush. You know, actually, I think I'm going to be using this contour brush because I haven't used this one in a while. Now, I think I'm going to experiment with this little color here. Just dip my brush into it and just see if it gives me some glow. Oh, honey, that is a lot of glow. Okay, hello. Let me just a little, just enough to glow up the cheeks, glow up the forehead, glow up the chin. I'm going to go in with a little bit of blush, just a little. I think I'm going to go in with my highlighting packer brush and like pick up this like gold tone and just like, ooh, so little. I don't really know what I want to put on my lip. Let's see. Or maybe a red, maybe a dark red. I think we're gonna go with a red. So let me just. So my makeup is pretty much done for today, but the hair. Whew, okay, let's go. I'm thinking that I kind of want to go with bangs today, so I'm gonna go ahead and give my bangs a little cut. And then I think we'll just go from there. I'm gonna get my little bamboo brush out because I find that that's kind of working on my dry hair lately. Because without it, I look like Betty Ross. All this little section, I'm gonna take that and put it back. I think, okay, here we go. So the bangs are back. I really like having bangs, guys, and I like that my hair like grows so fast that I can actually do it without having to like commit as much. I'm back on screen. I'm sorry. I'm grabbing my styling cream from Old Spice. I'm down with it, y'all. I'm really down with it. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and take out my hair, and I have my sea ocean water spray, and I am just gonna saturate my hair with that. Now I'm gonna go in with my oil spray just to make sure that all the sea water does not damage my hair. It's not actual seawater. I think it's just like called seawater. I promise it's not actual seawater. Just for clarification. And I actually make this spray on my own, like I make it for my hair specifically. So if you want to learn how I make that, I am totally down to make that a tutorial. And now I'm just gonna go in with my light control curl power mousse, just a little bit of it, just a little, and rub it in my hands and just kind of frame the face a little. Ooh, guys, I love this look more than I love like myself. Like, ooh. Yee, boy. Hey guys, so this is the quote-unquote complete look. I'm not sure what I'm gonna call this look. I'm thinking of like Pinky Peaches or something like that, or like, I don't know, something to do with nightlife, because this is very like, she's sparkly, but she's like glowing and just, she everywhere, and I love it so much. So I don't really know what I'm gonna call this look yet. I'm thinking of like, I don't know, nightlife or something like that. So if you know, have an idea for what you want this look to be called, I definitely think you should leave it in the comments down below. Other than that, I hope you guys have a really nice day. Please remember to like and subscribe to this video, and I will see you later.
I live my day as if it was the last. Live my day as if there was no past. Doing it all night.